in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock. Get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Jet.
Now Hall to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're going to run a little pop pass here. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Here's Allen to throw it. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Jets at 3-6 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Now the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They run again on first down. Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, incomplete. Right side to Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Wilson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. He had already had interception earlier. Now, Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back for the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On first down, right back to Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Back to the ground with Hall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a jet first down. They'll run with Carter. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the Pickett. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On first down, Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, quick toss to Knox. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Morris. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Allen to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen now looks to throw.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's got some space here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cook running right. Uses the stiff arm.
Boy, 208 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man here is Conklin.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And this one's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
221 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Allen.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers, a turnover. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? From the gun, it's Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. Touchdown, Jets! Breece Hall from 4 yards out. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more.
respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
243 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook,
34 yards.
And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So after the INT, it's Allen. Airing one out for Crowder. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Again, it's Cook. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Jair Elam makes the pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Shoves him aside.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with hit boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hotter than